Hello everyone, MJD back here again, and have you ever wondered, what's the best Skylanders roster? We have great ones, such as Imaginators, SSA, and even Trap Team Swap Force, and there's two that stand out that aren't as good, because, well, that's why we're making this video, to see why they're not as good, and see why the ones at the top are also really fun and good. So without a further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so let's start with Giants. They have really memorable characters, but they might be memorable because there's only 16 of them. That's right, there's only 16. 8 Giants and 8 cores. Honestly, disappointing, because every other game has 2 Gimmicklanders, and this game only has 1. So imagine what they could have done with 2 Giants and 2 cores of each element like the rest of the games. It would have been really cool, because we could have gotten some really cool stuff. There was a bunch of concepts, like, I think there was one for the tech element that was like really cool. I'll show on the screen if I can find it, but it's really sick, and I'm pretty sure it's what Bouncer would have been, and I think it resembles like an enemy from Imaginators, I think. I don't remember clearly, but yeah, that's why Giants is not really that memorable. Well, it's memorable, just not good. Superchargers is an interesting case, however, because it does have 20 Gimmicklanders, 2 for each element, including light and dark. However, 10 of them are returning Skylanders with new movesets. Now, which is a cool thing, because we got improved movesets such as Bone Brash, Rollerball, and also Jetpack, who also got a really cool moveset. But then we got some other ones who got worse, such as Terrafin and Stealth Elf, which were really disappointing to see, as I love both of them. But that's the main problem with Superchargers. The new characters are really cool, such as High Volt, Thrillipede, Splat I really like. But then you got the lackluster ones, such as Astroblitz and Nightfall, which are also 2 disappointing characters. But we got a pretty small roster compared to the rest for Superchargers, so yeah. Now, the next 2 I'm gonna place together is Swap Force and Trap Team. They're both very similar, 2 Gimmicklanders and 2 cores for each element. However, Trap Team does introduce the light and dark, which is pretty sick, because we got 4 really cool new Skylanders with Nightmare, Nightlight, Spotlight, and Blackout, which are really cool characters. Then Trap Team I just think has better Gimmicklanders overall. Like, we got Snapshot, Wildfire, Shortcut, Crypt King. But then we also got some pretty cool ones for Swap Force, such as Freeze Blade, Magna Charge. I'm blacking out here. Blast Zone, there we go. Swashbuckler. They both have really good characters coming from each of the games. However, Swap Force and Trap Team, but Trap Team is more forgettable of the cores. Mostly because, while Swap Force does give like the swappers like their own zones, Trap Team 1 makes the gimmick characters more powerful against bosses. Pretty much saying, you probably should use Trap Masters more often, which most people do, so the cores just get forgotten. But it has some really cool cores, such as Blades, Chopper, Fist Bump. But they're all really cool. And let's just get to the final 2. Now we start with Imaginators and SSA, because Spyro's Adventure is too much to say. SSA is the OG roster. Like, you can't, like, not like it. Like, it has awesome characters. Ghost Roaster, Trigger Happy, Gilgrunt, Eruptor, Voodoo, Whirlwind, like, they're all sick. However, the problem with I do notice is the movesets are pretty lackluster for some of them. Like, I think most or all the characters have a fly move that can fly. Like, it's not like a double jump like they do with Nightlife. You have to... It's its own move, which it means it only has like 2 attacking attacks, which is like kind of disappointing for some characters. Like Spyro only has 2 moves. Really? Like same with Drobot and Sonic Boom and Whirlwind. Like they only get 2 moves because they can fly. Look, flying is a lot different in SSA compared to every other game, because in SSA there's water areas. So like those characters can fly over the water, which is pretty cool, but when it's Giants it disappears. And then like you see the same with like Stump Smash's Soul Gem. Like his Soul Gem is that he can float on water. That's pretty cool. But then in later games, it's just he can heal in water. Like that's pretty cool. But how often are you gonna be in water and you're using Stump Smash? Like it's very rare. And it's kind of disappointing to see characters like that get wasted potential for what they could have. But now, let's move on to Imaginators. Imaginators has the best roster, in my opinion. It's not the original 32 Skylanders, but let's talk about it. Every sensei has a really cool moveset, at least most of them. Like, they're all unique. They're all fun to play. Like, all the sensei I never have a dull moment, and it's really fun just to play all of them because they're all unique. Like, I feel like when you play them, even like characters such as Graveclubber and Kingpin, who are both water brawlers, they still have like really decisive movesets. Like, Kingpin uses a lot of ice moves, and like Graveclubber like uses WWE moves. Like, how could you not have fun with both of them? Like, they're both amazing in their own ways. Like, senseis never have a dull moment. Never, ever, ever. And I can't stress that enough. Like, almost all of their designs are cool. Even, like, lackluster ones like Mysticat. He still has a pretty cool design compared to, like, most of the Skylanders roster in a whole. And all their movesets are awesome. Like, either they're flashy, powerful, like, you can feel it when like a character hits for like 200. Like you can feel it. Like it's just really cool, and it really makes the game a lot better. Sure, some are locked behind a paywall, but some are really cheap, like Taekwon Crow. Even with like the starter senseis, you can have a ton of fun with. Like it's just amazing. Like the villains returning, like you get revamped movesets for Blastertron, which is like the best he's ever been. Golden Queen, which I think she's better in Imaginators, and then we got a couple dull ones, however, such as Chompy Mage and Wolfgang, but they're still really fun to play. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to say thank you if you made it to the end. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more content like this. See ya!